So the new Wolfenstein really ties into the other Wolfenstein series games in that, once again, you're coming back as BJ Blazkowicz, the heroic OSA soldier who's there to take down the Nazis at their own game. We've started this game right after the events of Return to Castle Wolfenstein, where BJ has pretty much knocked out the Nazi occult division. And of course, the Nazis aren't one to sit around and lick their wounds. They're already researching what's the next best thing that we can blow people up with. And that is the Black Sun, which is this limitless energy source that is just outside of our dimension. So in the game, the player takes on the role of BJ Blazkowicz as he goes to the German city of Eisenstadt, digs into what exactly the Nazis are up to, and puts a stop to it. So it's been a while since Return to Castle Wolfenstein has come out, and in that time, we've played a lot of first-person shooters. We've made a lot of first-person shooters. And what you can expect to find in this game is awesome gameplay, and that's a big statement. What I mean by that is we've created this expansive environment so that players can explore and fight and destroy and really open up an area for choice. Players can choose how they approach a combat situation. Players can choose how they upgrade their weapons or their powers. We've also, technology-wise, we've come a long way. Now we can have all these awesome, we call them post-process effects like depth of field, motion blur, there's soft shadows, and we've really pushed it. And one thing that we're really the happiest with is we've added this powerful streaming solution, both so that the consoles run awesome, but also it allows us to really push detail and really highlight the combat, and we can stream in as much stuff as we can and just really push a ton of detail. Wolfenstein games have always had a very, beyond World War II, it's about the dark science and the occult and the paranormal, and that's something that we totally believe is the root of the license. So we're really pushing that. And the way we've done that is we've created a bridge between this dark science, paranormal, occult, and reality, and it's called the Veil. And what that does is there's an item that BJ discovers early in his adventure in Eisenstadt, and it allows him to, at his choice, step in and out of this other dimension and use new abilities and powers that the Nazis are researching and experimenting with against the Nazis again. So for example, when BJ just steps into the Veil, he's slightly faster. He has a different sort of sight where enemies are highlighted. And also, he gains these powers like Meyer, which slows down the entire world around him so that he can get a leg up and take more advantage of different things in the world against the Nazis. In Return to Castle Wolfenstein, there was this great multiplayer experience that allowed people to take classes. And it was just this new thing, and it really opened doors to a lot of people that were interested in multiplayer. So we need to live up to that. And what you can expect in our game is that it's the same great multiplayer experience that you've come to know and love, but now we have the Veil. So we've added powers and different abilities that you'll be able to use in multiplayer. Wolf 3D and Return to Castle Wolfenstein are awesome products that stand up on their own. And Wolfenstein needed its own name because it is also an awesome product that stands up on its own. Even though it fits within this great structure of other really great games, we wanted to make sure it stood out so that new players who haven't really maybe played Wolf 3D or Return to Castle Wolfenstein will see this and be intrigued by it. But old players who remember those games, they're going to want to check it out because they remember the history of the previous games.
Welcome to the new Reich.